Lots of nonsense, but singing just the same. Singing, singing, singing just the same. Singing, singing.
Okay, hello everyone. Welcome, welcome. I'm Heather Powers from Humble Beads, and I'm a bead maker, jewelry designer, author, illustrator, and your all-around creative muse. And I am looking forward to sharing today's project with you. Hi, Helene. Welcome. So, what an inspiring weekend, right, you guys? I'm like so pumped to make some new jewelry. I can't wait. Can't wait to watch the rest of the presentations today. Hi, Lorraine and Emily and Kathy. Hello, hello. You guys say hello, share the video, give me a like. Let me know you're watching. I'd love to hear from you guys. Hi, Ruby and Pammy and so many of you. Jeanette, Melissa, Helene, Sharon, Lori. Hi, Candy. Welcome, welcome, you guys. So our project today, yes, happy TGBE day 2. Woohoo! This is going to be our project. I named it Tulip Time. I'm a Michigan girl, and Holland, Michigan is 30 minutes away, which is all about the Tulip Festival in the springtime. So that was inspiration for my design. We're going to be knotting with waxed linen and a mix of SuperDuos and piggy beads. Hi everyone, welcome, welcome. So many new names too. If this is your first time watching, you guys, welcome. I do videos every Thursday at 3 p.m. for Bead Table Thursday. So if you like what you see, make sure to subscribe to humblebeads.com so that you won't miss out on any future videos. I like to do a free project every week. All right, so let's jump into the table here and let's just get started. My assistant is going to be reading comments, so if I miss anything, they'll let me know what I'm missing so we can answer. I do have a few kits available, guys, at humblebeads.com. We added a few yesterday, so we have the teal kit and then the light blue, and then I also put together some suggested make your own kits, so you guys just will need the findings, and then these are my suggestions for the colorways that I would match up with the other oval beads that I make. Oh yes, hi guys, say hello. Lori, this is a good way to use up those piggy beads, right? Sometimes we don't know what to do with them. So I'm going to open this kit and go through what's in the kit with you guys and kind of talk you through what you're going to need for today's project. I will also be posting written directions along with a project list so you guys don't have to take notes. It'll all be written down for you. First we have the willow bead. This is the bead that I make, and so it's done from a design that I've done and hand painted each one. And then we have 15 grams of SuperDuos. So on my website, I sell SuperDuos in 10 grams. So you'll need 2 of the 10 grams if you're going to make your own kit. In the kit, it's 15 grams of SuperDuos. And then we have 11 inches of oval chain. I have 24 piggy beads and 8 6mm drooks. Then we have our jump rings, which we're gonna need soon. And then I have wire here. We have 20 gauge and 18 gauge, and these are going to be used to make the pendant. And they're 4 to 5 inches for each of those. And then for findings, we have the Tulip bead cap. It's a really beautiful brass piece from Vintage. I have a 6x8mm check glass bead that's going to be part of our pendant, and then we have 9 bead caps, 6mm, that have the little leaf design. Okay, we're just going to jump in, get this pendant made. We're going to start with the 20 gauge wire, and you're going to put this through your pendant with about 1.5 inches on the back. Weird. Just refresh the page. And I'm going to fold over the front fold over the wire to the front, and I'm going to wrap it around 2 times tightly. And we're just going to make a little wire bail here with this 20 gauge wire. So in your kit, this is the thinner wire. So you have 2 pieces in the kit, one's thin and one's thicker. And now we're going to make that loop. I'm going to turn it over to the front, bend it forward, and pull it around the pliers to make your loop. I'm going to grab my loop and wrap around a few times tightly, and then I'm going to go on top of the loop to make a little bit of a messy wrap loop, which is kind of my thing. It's what I like to do. So that is going to be our wire bail. And make sure you pinch that little end of your wire in nice and tight so it doesn't scratch anything. Now I'm going to take the 18 gauge wire, and this is Parawire in the vintage well, here it is with out the the saying, but it's Parawire, and 18 gauge is what this one is. I'm going to make a large loop on the bottom here, just a simple loop. Okay, you're going to take your tulip and you want to squeeze it in a little. So you want the bottom to be a little bit tighter because it's going to hold our smaller jump ring. So I'm just giving it a little tiny squeeze to condense it just a little bit. Not much. I have 2 jump rings, a 17 millimeter and a 14.25 millimeter, and that's what we're going to use for the bottom of the tulip. So this is the 14.25, the smaller of the 2 big jump rings, and we're going to stick that on here, close that up nice and tightly. Struggle with that part. I don't know why. Okay, and now I'm going to take my loop, open it up, and slip on the bottom of my, slip it on my pendant. Now you're going to string on the bead cap. And you want to turn it around to the part you think looks prettiest. So you can kind of move it around a little bit. And if you didn't pinch the bottom part closed like we did, it would just slide over the jump ring. So that's why we did that. And I'm going to take my bead cap and put one of the bead caps down. Oops, not that one yet. And my 6x8 millimeter bead. Make sure everything's lined up. And I'm going to do a front to back loop. It's going to be a wrapped loop. I'm going to wrap this around just 2 times tightly, and then I'm going to do my little messy wrap on top of it so that it matches the bottom wrap. You want to make sure you end it in the back. And I'm going to trim it. Pinch in that crazy little tail. And then I'm going to add the 17 millimeter roped jump ring on the top. Definitely one of my favorite findings ever. I use this like in almost every design. I can't help it. Okay. Now we're ready to do the beading part. So I'm going to pull out my piggy beads and the drooks. I'm going to keep those on the top here. And again, 24 piggy beads and 8 drooks. And then 15 grams of SuperDuos. And SuperDuos are glass beads, and they have 2 holes in them. And then the piggy beads have 2 holes in them, and the piggy beads kind of nestle back and forth to make a fun little texture. Okay, we have wax linen, and this is 80 inches of wax linen, so we're going to cut this into two 40-inch pieces. So I'm going to take this off, and all of this wax linen has been pre-treated. Actually, all the wax linen that you buy on my site has been polished before we put it on the cards. But if you have like a spool or got it from somewhere else, you're going to need to polish your wax linen with a little bit of craft paper or paper bag, and you would just pinch the bag over the linen and pull it through, and that will polish the excess wax off. So I'm just gonna put this in half and cut. Then I'll have my two 40-inch pieces. Set one aside. Kathy, we have a free gift that I'll show you guys at the end of the video, and you don't need to do anything for that. Our free gift are the little wobbles, and that's with every $50 you spend, we'll be giving you a free pair of wobbles. So I'll show you guys that at the end of the video. Okay, I've taken my 40 inches and looped it in half. I'm going to stick it through my loop. Take the two ends here and pull it through the loop. This is making that lark's head knot. Okay. And now I'm going to follow my little pattern that I wrote up for myself. Because sometimes I like to do things the wrong way, so I've written it down. And what we're going to do, I just take these little ends and twist them a little bit so they're a little bit tighter. And then I'm going to take one SuperDuo and string the wax linen on both of the holes. And I'm just going to pull it down a tiny bit for right now. And then I'm going to take one SuperDuo on each side. Sometimes the SuperDuos will have a hole that isn't quite big enough. You can just switch it over to the other side of the hole or just grab a different bead. We've definitely given you a few extra. Okay, so I have the two on each strand, and now I'm going to do another SuperDuo on both of the strands. So this is going to make a little diamond pattern, and I'm going to push these all the way down. And see, we have a little bit of wax on the bottom, but if we hadn't done that, if these weren't polished to begin with, there would be a lot of wax. So I'm just going to remove any excess wax from the first one. You won't have to do this for the next one. Just on the first one, there may be a little extra. Okay, so here I have my little diamond pattern, and now I'm going to take the two threads, two cords, and wrap them around my finger. Stick the end through and pull it. So just a regular knot like you're tying your shoe. And I'm going to push that knot all the way down. And I'm going to repeat this. And while I am doing a random pattern, I am trying to make sure that they don't repeat from the first little cluster that I did. Okay, I I thought I would be faster at this. All right. Here we go. So we have 2 clusters, and I'm going to do a knot. You guys like the nail polish, huh? I love that. Karen, yes, weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. I actually had the whole little haunted castle when I was a kid, and I loved it. Okay, now we're going to, on each of the strands, we're going to add 5 of the SuperDuos on one hole. See, I don't want to have 2 right next to each other, so the fake randomness. And these little green beads, they have a coating on them that causes a little bit of red to come off on your thread. Don't worry about that. It's just what it is. Okay, I'm going to repeat 5 more on the other side. And then I'll be pulling these both down and tying a knot. So this is going to make like a little SuperDuo loop. It's going to give us a lot of really great texture. Oh, okay. Maybe one of my TGBE friends can pin my video at the top of the page on the TBGE site. I didn't get a chance to do that. I'm in charge of the pinning today. Okay, so I did that knot, but it wasn't quite tight enough, so I just took both the strands and pulled them, and that made that knot a little bit tighter. And now I'm ready to start doing my piggy beads. And the piggy beads are going to go downward on the first go around. So I have it going down, and then you can see, I hope I do this right, I keep messing it up. You want to alternate which side you're stringing the piggy beads on. So I have it on the big side on the right, and now this time I'm going to put the big side on the left. And that's going to give that nestled effect. And so I'm going to alternate this time putting the big side on the right again. And it's a really easy project, but it just takes a tiny bit of fiddling to get those 2 on there. Okay, so there I have that little cluster. I'm going to put that all the way down. And now I have my, on both of the strands, I'm going to put the bead cap. And
I know what those beads are called. The piggies.
These ones with the 2 holes like this, they're called piggies because they look like a little piggy snout. You know, we got to be playful in the bead world. Okay, I'm going to push that down all the way and tie a knot. So it was the bead cap and the drook. The round bead is called the drook. And I'm going to tie the knot, and just that simple, easy knot that we all know how to do. You want to push it all the way down with your fingers. And then I just separate them, the 2 strands, and give it a little pull to make it tighter. Okay, now I'm going to do the SuperDuo loop again. So we're going to do 5 on each side to make the loop. Because now I've taught you guys everything you need to know to make this necklace. We're just going to be repeating these elements until we get to the chain. Okay. And then I want to be random with the pattern on the left and right. So I'm, by random, I mean I'm mixing up the colors, but I'm in charge here. And I don't want to repeat the same color pattern on both sides.
So let's know what the string is. Wax linen.
Oh, okay. Yes, Kathy, great question. This is 2-ply wax linen, you guys. You have to use the 2-ply to be able to fit through the holes on the SuperDuos. So it's the thinner of the two. And on my website, it says 2-ply wax linen on the picture. So you know you're getting the right one. Thank you so much for asking that question. Really important that you guys use 2-ply wax linen. Okay, now I'm going to repeat the little cluster that I did before the loop, but going in the opposite direction. So I'm going to use my drook, and I'm going to put the bead cap down this time instead of up. And now my piggy beads are going to be going down. And so you want to alternate which side the fat side of the piggy bead is going on. So the fat side is on the right side at first, and now it's going to be on the left side. And you want to make sure you don't cross your strands. And I'm going to repeat this and push it all the way down. And then I'm going to tie a knot on top of the piggy beads. And this is a very relaxing project to do. Knotting is super fun and easy. Doesn't take any fancy tools, just your fingernails. You just press all the way down. And then I'm going to take these 2 strands and pull them tight. Another thing I like to do when I'm doing this necklace is go ahead and check your pattern before you tie it, because you can't untie these knots. So just take a second and check your pattern to make sure you're going in the right direction before before you tie that knot. Okay.
Someone wants to see the sides of the piggy bead.
Oh, can you show what I mean by the fat and skinny side? Yes. Okay. So here's the piggy bead, and this is what I'm calling the fat side, and that's what I'm calling the skinny side. So where there's more of the glass, you're just going to alternate it back and forth. It doesn't matter which side you start with, just make sure you alternate it back and forth. Okay, now I'm going to be doing another little cluster of the SuperDuo loop. So I'm doing 5 on each side again. And repeating on the other side.
Do you still have kits available?
Someone asked if we still have kits available. If they're on the website, they're going to be the first few things on the website. If you don't see them when you go to the website, then they've sold out since we've started the video. But you can make your own colorway, and the website is humblebeads.com. Okay, so I'm gonna push those 2 down. It's 5 on each side for the cluster. I'm gonna wrap that around my finger, pull the loop off, pull the 2 strands through the loop, and then make sure my knot goes all the way down to the beads. And then after I get it down to the bottom, I'm just going to separate these 2 and give it a little pull to tighten that knot. Okay. And now we're going to do a triangle cluster. And so that's the one where we did one piggy bead on, one piggy bead through both of the threads.
Abby wants to know if there's coupons.
Abby, I don't have a coupon. I have a free gift with purchase, and for every $50 you spend, you're going to get a set of free wobble beads, and I will show you guys what those look like at the end of the video here. Okay, so I have those. This one's giving me a little. I'm going to replace this one. Sometimes the SuperDuos that have the special finishes can give you a little trouble. So just, if you're running into a bead that won't slide down easily, just pull it off and try again with a different bead. Okay, so I'm pushing this all the way down. I'm going to tie a knot. And then on top of this, I'm going to repeat the cluster with the 5 beads on each side.
Kimberly wants to know if you have SuperDuo mixes.
I do have SuperDuo mixes on the website, you guys, in all different colors. They are 10-gram bags, and you need 15 grams to do the project. So you'll need to get 2 of the bags to do the project. So we sold them in 10 grams, and then this project just happens to need 15. Oh, I didn't want to do that. See, that's why you got to check your check each time before you do the knots. Okay, I wanted to do the 5. And I will have the written directions and close-up photos for you guys. So if you work better reading, we'll have those for you. And those will be, as soon as that's done, I will put it in the TGB group and on my Humble Beads page. But that will probably be in the morning tomorrow, just because today's a crazy day. Okay, so I've done 5 on each side. The end of my thread is getting a little soft, so I just had to twist it again. Okay. So there is a pattern here, and I'm just gonna go over that with you guys really quick so you can see and follow along a little easier for those of you who are going to be rewatching the video. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to repeat this cluster of beads again. So it's going to be the little loop, then the piggies, drook, loop, piggies, loop, diamond, loop, and now I'm going to repeat this section again with the piggies and the drooks. Okay, so we're going to have the piggies going downward again. And I'm making sure to alternate the fat part of the piggy bead so that they're... Oop, did it backwards that time. So here's the fat part of the glass, and then the second one, I have the fat part of the glass going on the other side, and so they do that nestling. If not, they'll just be stacked up, and they don't have quite as much fun texture that way, although it's a fun way to use them in other projects. And now I'm going to do the bead cap going upward and the drook, and I'm going to tie a knot here, and then we're going to do the cluster with 5 on each side of the wax linen. So I'm going to try to do this a little bit quicker, which means I'll be slower. Right, you guys? Is that the way it always goes? The faster you try to do something, the slower you actually do it. And then I'm going to repeat that on the other side with 5 of the SuperDuos all strung on the inside hole. So you're doing them all on the same hole. And that'll give us the nice little loop of SuperDuos. And I'm going to tie the knot. And so we're repeating the pattern that we did in the first part of our necklace. So I'm going to be doing a drook on both strands, and this time everything's going to be going downward. So I'm going to have my bead cap going down. Got to get those a little closer to each other. And then the piggy beads are going to be facing down this time. Okay, last one. And I'm going to push those down. And tie a knot with both of them, with both the cords. And again, this is 2-ply wax linen that we're using for the project, so it's thinner wax linen, and the larger, thicker wax linen won't work with the SuperDuos, so that's why we want to have it. Okay, and now I'm at the end here, and I'm going to be repeating this little cluster that I've done in the front. So I'm going to do 5 on each side, and then I'm going to be doing the diamonds, and I'm going to do 2 of the diamond clusters. You guys have been so patient to sit and watch me put on these little tiny beads. They can be a little time consuming. All right, so we got 2 more to put on, and then we are going to tie the knot, and then we'll be doing the 2 diamond clusters and adding our chain. And then that will be it for the directions. Okay, so I'm going to stick those 2 together, push them all the way down, make sure all of my beads are clustered together. They kind of nestle together, so you want to push them down as far as you can. Then you're going to make your knot. And push that knot all the way down. And then I give it a little pull, And now we're going to do 2 of the the diamond clusters. So 1 bead goes on both strands. And then you're going to do a bead on each side of the cord. And then both strands again. And that's going to give us a little diamond pattern. And push that all the way down. And then I'm going to be tying the knot and repeating that one more time. So the pattern is repeating itself on the top as it was on the bottom. It's kind of like to have that little reciprocal design. And feel free to ask questions if you guys have questions. I have my assistant here reading the comments, and I will go back through and read them too and answer questions if I've missed anything, or if you ask questions during a replay of the video, I will go back through and answer questions. So I have my 2 pieces here, and then I'm going to do my knot. Okay, and now I'm ready to add it to my chain. So I have 11 inches of chain here. I can't remember what the complete length of my necklace is, so let me pull out the old tape measure real quick and let you guys know. Okay, so it is 27 inches. I don't know, I'm a weirdo. Makes no sense. I just know that's how it looked best laying on my chest. And of course you can add or subtract chain. You want to have at least 24, 25 inches to be able to fit over your head without a clasp, because I just throw these over and don't worry about the clasp. Okay, I'm going to take a 7.25 millimeter jump ring and add it to the end of my chain here. Close this up really tight. And I like to use these jump rings that are etched. They're a little bit thicker and have a little bit more strength. Okay, now I'm going to kind of move everything out of the way so you guys can see exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my 2 ends. Actually, I'm going to cut off all that gross red. I'm going to take my 2 ends and go through my jump ring, pull it all the way down, and I'm going to wrap it around my finger and do a knot just like we did before. And I want to pull that as tight as I can all the way down to the bottom. So just by pulling it, it tightened the knot. And now I'm going to take the 2 strands, I'm going to wrap it around my knot here, and I'm going to do another knot. Pull that nice and tight, and I'm going to repeat that one more time. So I have 3 knots holding this guy together, so he's nice and sturdy, not going anywhere. You don't need to use any glue because of the wax on the wax linen will hold everything in place. Okay, so just pressing that really tightly down. And now I'm going to separate that and do that knot as tight as I can. Now I'm going to cut this off. And we have these little tiny crimp beads. These are 4mm crimp beads, and they open up. So I'm going to put it on my chain nose pliers. I'm going to take my thumb in the center of my chain nose pliers and press my thumb downward to open up that little crimp bead. And I'm going to stick that over my knot. And now you can use chain nose pliers, but I find really what works the best with this are parallel pliers, and you can get this at beadshop.com. This is definitely one of my favorite tools ever, and they just pinch these pliers closed without any effort. And so
Jane wanted to know what the wax linen size was.
that covers up the knot. So who, they asked what question?
Jane wanted to know the wax linen size.
The size of the wax linen? Okay, yeah. So the wax linen is the 2mm wax linen. 2-ply, not 2mm. 2-ply wax linen. Thank you. Okay, so you guys, of course I don't have to show you because you already know. To do the other side, you're just going to repeat the same pattern. And again, I will have this written out for you guys so you don't have to remember, but the design is basically repeating itself from this little cluster in the middle. It's the same on each side, so it mirrors each other from the top to the bottom. So that's it. Super fun and easy. Like I said, you guys, I have lots of colorways on the website. There may be a few kits still. I'm not sure. I haven't looked before. I mean, I looked before, but not afterwards. Okay, so these little guys are wobbles. And what we do for TGBE is we give away free gifts because we love to treat you guys to something fun. And so I'll match the beads up to your order unless you put notes if you have a specific color that you want. And these little wobbles are all handmade by me. And some of them have gold, some of them have copper, some of them have little speckles in them or glitter. So they're all just different and fun and a really great little punch of color. Every $50 that you spend, we will add one of these to your website. Your order. There's no limit. You don't need to add any code or anything to the website. We just add those automatically. And I pulled out 2 simple little earring designs so you could see these little wobbles in action. They're so cute and fun. And they're very lightweight too. And here's another little pair. So you just use them wherever you want a little art bead with a little tiny punch of color. And then I have a little bracelet here. I used on a knotted bracelet with a clasp. So very easy, great little way to get a nice little treat in your order. Kits and beads can be found at humblebeads.com. Now, that's all my good stuff. But let's talk about doing a giveaway before you guys take off. And just a little reminders, if you have not joined the Humble Beads VIP party group on Facebook, join us. We have a lot of fun over there. Everyone is always sharing super fun projects that they're working on. And we do a bi-monthly design contest where I give away a $50 gift certificate. And so this month, Spring Blossoms is our inspiration, and everyone has the 2 months to make a design or as many designs as they would like, inspired by the mood board here. And so you have until the end of the end of May to add your creation to the group, and there's directions in the group on how to do that. Kathy, this is 2-ply wax linen. So this is the thinner wax linen, you guys. So you want the 2-ply wax linen.
It's supposed to know if there's extra beads in the kit and if what.
Okay, so someone wanted to know if there's extra beads in the kit. There are extra of the SuperDuos So you could probably make a tiny little pair of earrings with all the extras in the SuperDuos. Everything else is exactly what you need for the kit. So so don't drop a bead. And then also, again, oh, not that one, sorry. Here we go. Thursdays at 3 p.m. I have my bead table Thursdays, and we do a fun project every week. Now, don't forget to sign in at the TGBE Facebook group, or yeah, I think it's in the Facebook group where you go and do the drawing for the huge prizes that we're giving away. I have a $50 gift certificate in each of the packages for you. So there's 3 $50 gift certificates. And so Sylvia, the 2 pairs of earrings and the bracelet design, if you go to if you go on Humble Beads, either on my YouTube page or here on Facebook on Humble Beads, you can go through my older videos, and they're all from older videos. All right, one more thing I almost forgot to share. So we've been adding lots of goodies to the website all weekend, and we're still at it. And let me just show you. So Monday through Saturday we do bead of the day, and I make a limited edition little batch of beads. And today, I don't usually do it on Sundays, but I have a little extra batch of beads I'm going to list at 2:30 today. And so these are little beads for the day. And I don't know if you can see the little monarch butterflies are on here. So I have a very small limited edition of these, and we're adding lots of check glass to the website today too. So check back periodically. We combine all your orders and refund shipping if you guys order more than once. Again, I will have written projects for this for tomorrow so that it will be all written out for you guys, and then you can come back anytime and do the rewatch the video. Okay, so I'm going to do a $50 gift certificate giveaway right now to all you amazing people who are watching, and you're going to have to answer a question. Okay, so the first person to answer the question that pops up here on my my screen is going to be the winner, and I will send you a message here on Facebook to get your to send you your gift certificate. So this is a $50 gift certificate to humblebeads.com, and you'll need to okay, so 2:30 Eastern Standard Time is when I'm going to be adding the new beads. So 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, get those fingers ready to type, guys. The first person to answer this question is is going to be that winner. All right, my question is, what ply of wax linen did I use for this project? I know you guys got this. Okay, I'm waiting for the first person that answers. So the first person that answers, what ply wax linen did we use? Oh, here we go. And it is Julianne Shane. You are the winner. So Julianne Shane, I'm going to be messaging you right after. Checking your other messages folder, because I don't think we're Facebook friends. We'll have to fix that. All right, guys. The bead of the day are listed on the website each day, Monday through Saturday. It's 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. Today I'm doing a special one at 2:30 because we're adding beads right after the presentation here. So at 2:30 today I will have the beads that I just showed you. Monday through Saturday it's 4:30, and that is going to be going through the mid of April, because I was doing a 30-day challenge. I don't know if I'll do it after after mid-May, but I'll be doing it until mid-May. It's a lot of work. But you guys have really been loving and enjoying it, and it's a really fun way for me to play with different color combinations, and it's always something different. So today we're doing disc beads. The other day we did little tiny charms. So it's just always something different and new that I'm adding to the website each day. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. I will go through and answer any questions. Congratulations, Julianne Shane. I will be sending you a message. Oh. My assistant's like, put your face back on. Kathy, if I, some of the beads I can make again, and some of them I've just used up little pieces and bits that are on my table, and I can't really make them again. So they're just, some are one of a kinds, and some I can bring back again, like the little daffodils, more of the ones that I can like press and make a mold. I can bring those ones back. So great question. Thought there was one more thing, but I think that's it. I can't remember what the other one was. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching me. Coming up next is Green Girl Studios with Cynthia and Azalea. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what kind of creative stuff they have cooked up. Oh, let me see. A question just... Dale, I don't know about Super Unos. I didn't know there was a Super Uno. We do use the second hole on the little triangle clusters, so I would say if you have both of them, you could play with both of them, but all right. Did you mean more daffodils? Someone asked if I was going to do more tulips. I think you meant daffodils, and yes, I will be doing more of those. Oh, and Kathy asked me to show the two kit colors. I'm not sure if they're sold out yet, guys, but we had teal, the one I just showed you, and a light blue. So I kind of did April showers bring May flowers was my idea. Oh, Dale, that's really interesting. I didn't know they were Super Unos. I'll have to check those out. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, everything can be found at humblebeads.com. Don't forget to sign up for the Humble Beads VIP party group here on Facebook. And, of course, go to the Great Bead Extravaganza group and sign up for the giveaway. Okay, looks like the blue one's sold out. So we still have some of the teal ones. And then, of course, you can make your own kits too. Just remember, you'll need 2 bags of the SuperDuos to do the project. All right, guys, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the spring fling, and I look forward to seeing what you guys make after this weekend. Be sure to share it in the Humble Beads VIP group if you make our project. All right, guys, talk to you later.